大家还好吗？
Wow, this is loud.
哇，很大声啊！
I have a question.
我有一个问题要问大家：
How many of you guys went home and played Gorillas in the Mist?
昨天有多少人回家之后就在家里面观察星星？
Only one of
只有
you?
一个人有看星星啊！
And were there gorillas in your house last night?
家里面有没有很多的星星们在互动？昨天，
Well, hopefully you have a chance to start observing and thinking differently in your relationships and in your family.
希望你有时间可以开始来观察家里成员的一些的互动，开始有一个不一样的思绪。你也要知道自己要怎么样划界限，跟人互动。
I want to say one last time how much I really enjoy being with you guys.
我要最后再次跟大家说，我真的在你们中间真的非常非常的开心。
I think you've got Alan the rest of the day today.
因为这是我最后的一堂，下一堂是 Alan 牧师，晚上也是 Alan 牧师，
So this is really my last chance to talk to you guys in this way at least.
所以这是在特会当中最后一次跟大家分享了。
Hi.
嗨，
You know, I mentioned early on how much I love being here. There is something to the hunger that you guys have that really makes it easy and joyful to be here.
我提到说，在你们当中真的非常的开心，因为你们里面的渴慕，让我所做的很多的教导都很容易、很轻省。
So thank you guys for bringing your whole hearts to this conference.
所以我真的要感谢大家，你们是全心敞开，预备好来领受，来到这个特会。
Apparently, before I get going, I need to give something away.
所以在我要继续分享信息之前呢，我今天要给了一本中文的书。
And Miranda said it's too much pressure for her.
然后呢，那个我们Miranda 的同工说，把这个书给出去，其实带来给他有些的创伤。
We're going to have to do a little freedom session for her because it's been so much difficulty.
因为要选给谁，对他里面有很大的拉扯。我们光是为了这个要做一些医治、自由事工在他身上。
So in a moment, I'm going to let Jonathan pick up the stress.
所以接下来呢，我要让训正牧师去承担这样的一个压力。
But in case you didn't know, this is the book that I wrote on your personal journey to freedom.
那这本书我讲到你个人经历自由的一个过程。
And among other things, in here is the story of the acrobat that I told on the first day.
第一天晚上里面讲到空中飞人的故事，其实就记载在这本书的里面。
And several of the other things that I've taught while I've been here. So that's in this book,
还有我做的一些的教导都写在这本书里面。
which you can buy out there, I'm told.
你可以在外
Apparently.
面里面买，
So buy a bunch of them,
所以你可以买很多，
give them to your friends and family,
把这个书送给你的家人跟你的朋友们，
especially give them to the gorillas.
特别是给你周遭的那些星星们，叫他们一定要看。
And Jonathan's going to pick a gorilla to give that one to.
所以我要选我们当中一个星星，然后给你。好，好，哇，你们都好安静哦。好，我就走到最后一排好了。我很健康啊，我都没受伤哎。I just told him I wasn't hurt.
What'd you tell her?
I just told him it's not stressful. I don't know why we.
See, we youngest children, we don't feel much stress, do we?
我们老妖从来没有压力的，你知道吗？
Other people worry about that.
别人去感受那个压力了，
Let the oldest children feel the stress.
让老大感受那个压力。
Oh my. Well, so I have one last chance to talk to you guys, and I want to talk to you about something that I feel very strongly about today.
所以我最后一堂跟大家分享的，我想跟大家分享一个我非常有负担的一个东西。
You may have noticed that there's a focus in this conference on freedom and relationships.
你可以感受到，我们其实这一次的主要的自由事工谈到的是在关系当中的自由。
And we always connect freedom and identity.
我们的自由总是跟我们的身份有直接的关系。
Because if freedom is about becoming who you're created and redeemed to be, then identity is the center piece of that.
因为如果自由的定义是要成为神起初创造跟买赎你的那个真实的样式，那个你的身份跟自由就有很深的关联了。
I think the devil is more afraid that you will become yourself
我相信魔鬼非常害怕你会成为真正神所创造的你，
than of any other thing.
然后胜过所有的一切。他害怕你成为你胜过所有的一切，
Because God made you,
因为神创造你，
and He made you to be you.
然后他创造你要做你。
And if you will be you, then you can beat the devil just by doing that.
然后如果你可以成为你的时候呢，光是成为你就可以胜过魔鬼哦。
We can work really hard at some things
我们可以努力做一些其他的事，
and only make a little bit of progress.
可是却在成为我上面只有一点点的往前走，
Or we can learn that we can just be ourselves naturally,
或者是我们可以学会就是很自然的做我。
and there's power and anointing in just being yourself.
那你就会发现，光是做你自己就是非常有能力，而且非常有恩膏的。
I want you to notice that in the story of the acrobat, there's really two halves to that story.
你要知道，在这个空中飞人的故事，其实有上半部，有上半部跟下半部。
And in the first half of that story, the war against his identity comes from the outside.
那就会发现，在上半部的那一个对于他身份的一个攻击，是来自于外在的环境。
His circumstances and his family try to convince him that he's somebody other than who he really is.
他外在的环境跟他的家人尝试要说服他，告诉他他不是他所认为的那个人。
And so in the first half of the story, the war really comes from the life that he lives around him.
所以从前半段我们看到那个故事里面，他最大的战场其实是来自于外在环境所给他的压力。
But in the second half of the story, when he lives with the acrobats again,
所以当这个故事进到他的下半段，当他真的回到他空中飞人的父母亲的跟他们一起同住的时候，
interestingly, when he has the best opportunity to become himself,
很有趣的是，当他现在有机会可以成为最像他的那个他的时候，
when his family even invites him to be himself,
甚至他现在的家人都邀请他，就是做他的这个空中飞人的命定。
now the war moves from the outside to the inside.
现在那个战场从外在变成一个内心的一个煎熬了。
And one of the things I've observed in our church cultures
那我就发现，在教会的文化里面，我观察到一个现象，
is sometimes we're trying so hard to be free,
有的时候我们很努力想要得自由，
and the war goes to the inside.
然后那个战役就开始在里面内心里面开始发生。
I want to help you with that.
那今天我要帮助你。
It's impossible to produce with effort what can only be released through surrender.
你要知道，有一些东西不是透过努力可以得到的，有一些东西只能透过降服得到的，你怎么样努力都得不到哦。
Working hard to be yourself won't work.
努力做你自己，永远不会成就做你自己，
You already are.
因为你本来就是你自己呀、
Surrender to that
你要降服于这个事实，
and allow yourself to be who God created you to be.
然后允许你成为神创造你要成为的那个人。
There's far more power in your surrender than in your effort.
在这个降服的过程当中所带出来的力量，是远比你的努力还有能力的。
And in today's culture, there's a specific war that I want us to talk about in this session.
在现在我们所处的社会当中，文化的里面呢，有一个战役是我今天主要花时间来谈的。
For you to be yourself
要让你能够成为你自己，
and you to be yourself,
要让你能够做自己。
you've got to understand that God made woman and man for some very specific reasons.
你要知道，神造男造女是有他独特的目的的。
We live in a very unusual time when there's a lot of confusion about masculinity and femininity.
我们现在活在的一个世代，其实我们有很多的混淆，关于他的男性的特质跟女性的特质。
So I want to take some time to talk about those two things and how they relate to each other.
所以我今天要花一点时间谈到这个性别之间的这个关系的一个互动。
The book of Revelation tells us that the dragon wars against the woman.
我们看见在启示录里面呢，那个告诉我们说，那个龙是与那个妇人相争的。
And even though I believe that there's a part of that teaching that's a picture of the war against the church,
那我知道这个当然也预表的讲到是敌基督怎么样去抵挡教会，
I also think that there's a war against women.
但是我也相信其实是有一个战役是关乎我们的女性的，
And there's also a war against men.
所以有一场战役要去抵挡女人，有一个战役要去抵挡男人。
And I want to describe that war a little bit today.
所以今天下午的这个课程里面，我要花点时间来描述这场战役到底是在打什么。
And then I want to invite you to surrender to become the person that God made you.
然后最后我要邀请你，就是降服于神所创造你的那一个人。
God created man.
神创造人。
Male and female, he created them.
他造人、造男、造女。
And I don't know if you noticed this, he's really smart.
我不知道你是不是知道关于神的东西，神的事情，就是神很聪明的。
Creating the woman wasn't an afterthought.
你知道创造女人不是事后他才想到一个弥补的方式。
Just as we described yesterday, God's communicating that one become two, become one dynamic.
就像昨天我们讲到一个很重要的观念，就是神是把从一分成二，又合而为一的神。
And in separating Eve from Adam, there was freedom.
当他把夏娃从亚当里面分出来的时候，其实带下的是自由哦。
But in rejoining masculine and feminine, there's victory.
然后当女性跟男性可以因着婚约合而为一的时候呢，带下来得胜。
That's what I want to talk about.
所以今天我们要谈的是这个。
Let's pray.
我们一起来祷告。
Father, I believe that what we're going to talk about is very important to you.
父神，我相信我们今天下午所要谈的东西，对你来说是非常重要的，
Very dear to your heart.
也是对你的心来说是非常重要的。
The picture of the wedding feast, the bride and the bridegroom, is central to your love for us.
主，你讲到羔羊的宴席，讲到就是新郎跟新妇之间的一个盟约，其实是你对我讲到是你对我们的爱。
You've given us every opportunity to see and know.
父神，你给我们每一个人都有机会可以看见，可以明白。
So during this time, would you help us again?
所以就在我们今天下午的时间，你来帮助我们。
Would you open up the eyes of our hearts and give us a spirit of wisdom and revelation?
打开我们属灵的眼睛，赐给我们智慧跟启示的灵。
And every voice except yours, would you silence it during this time?
主，若有在聚会当中有任何其他的声音不是你的声音的，求你让那些声音都安静下来。
And would you make it easy for us to see what our minds struggle with?
也求你帮助，让我们能够看见到过去我们的心思意念挣扎无法看见的真理。
And would you give us permission today to be exactly who you made us to be?
也求你允许我们今天能够成为你所创造我们要成为的样式。
In Jesus' name.
奉主耶稣的名祷告，阿们。
One of my favorite verses in all the Bible is Romans chapter 1, verse 20.
我圣经里面最喜欢的一节经文就是罗马书第1章20节。
And I'm going to paraphrase it for you.
那我用我的版本来解释给大家听。
For a variety of reasons, Paul tells us that God who's invisible makes himself visible in the creation.
我们就知道这位看不见的神，他透过看得见的受造之物来显明他。
So in the things we can see with our eyes,
所以透过我们眼睛所看得见的事情，
in everything that God made,
透过神所创造的天地万物，
He's giving us a picture of something that's true about Him.
他向我们显明一个关于他非常重要的真理跟属性。
And the picture that He gives us more often than any other picture in the Bible is marriage.
那圣经里面他给我们看到最多的图像来显明他对我们的爱，就是讲到婚姻。
Tonight, Alan's going to talk specifically about marriage.
今天晚上 Alan 会特别分享关于婚姻。
But I want us to see together this afternoon that God is painting this huge picture.
那今天下午我们要一起来看，神画了一个非常大的一幅图画，
Where the marriage that He talks about
就是他所说的那个婚姻，
is the end of the one become two, become one thing that He's doing among us.
就是他在我们中间所要做的那个从一分成二到最后合而为一的终点，就是婚姻。
So God, who is one, creates man and becomes two.
所以那个本来是一体的神，他创造了人，所以就变成人跟神这样两个个体。
And He woos us back to Him so that one day we would become one with Him again.
然后他用他的爱呼唤吸引着我们，以致有一天我们可以回到主里面，跟他合而为一。
And he looks at the human race and he says, I want you to understand what it's like to be me.
然后他看着人类，他就说：“我要你们可以明白，明白我的心是什么样的心。”
So he looks at Adam
所以他看着亚当，
and he says, I want you to understand what it's like to be me.
他说：“亚当，我要你知道，在我里面做我像是一个什么样的感觉。”
In the same way I took a part of my heart and I put it inside the dirt to make a human,
我把我的心放在尘土里面，然后让它成为人。
I'm going to take a part of you
我也要把你里面的一个部分抽出来，
and put it in the woman
放在女人里面。
so that someday the two of you
所以有一天，你们两个人
can become one again.
可以再次合而为一。
So God was very intentional when he made male and female.
所以当神造男造女的时候，这是他的设计。
In Adam, when Adam was the only human on the planet, was all the nature of God.
在亚当的里面，当世界只有亚当一个人的时候，神所有的属性都在亚当里面。
So where was Eve in that moment?
那在那一刻，夏娃在哪里呀？
In here.
在亚当里。
See, God, who is the father of all existence, has in his own nature both masculine and feminine.
那你要知道，神是所有万物的父神。你要知道，在他的里面有所谓的父性、男性的特质，也有女性、母性的特质。
There are words and names that God calls himself in Hebrew that have feminine attributes.
你要知道，有神的名字，这特别是从希伯来文，我们可以知道那是跟母性的一些的特质有关的。
God specifically names himself in Scripture. Some of his attributes are about the nurture that a woman gives to a child.
神在圣经里面讲到他自己的一些的名字，其实讲到的就是母亲，有一些所预表的、代表的就是母亲怎么样喂养她的孩子。
In a world where we confuse gender with sexuality, our minds could misunderstand what I'm saying.
很多时候，我们现在所处的这个社会跟文化，我们会把性别跟那一种性欲混淆了，以至于我们可以常常会误解神尝试要告诉我们的事。
I'm not saying that God is male and female.
我在讲的不是神是男的或者是女的哦，
I am saying he has masculine and feminine attributes.
我在讲的是在神里面有男性的特质，也有女性的特质。
So when he created Adam, in Adam were both masculine and feminine attributes.
所以当他创造亚当的那一刻，在亚当里面有男性的特质，也有女性的特质。
So that when God decided it's not good that man should be alone and decided to create the woman,
所以当神决定人独居不好，他要创造女人的时候，
he didn't create a whole new creature.
他没有创造一个全新的一个女人，
He put Adam to sleep
他让亚当进入到沉睡里，
and he began to reach inside his guts
他就从他的里面
and began to sort out the attributes of the masculine and the feminine.
就把那个男性的特质跟女性的特质分开。
And he looks at the man and he says, you're going to need to be able to think in certain ways.
然后就看着男人说：“你必须有一些的思考逻辑，这是很重要的。
But your wife is going to need to think in other ways.
但是你的妻子、你的配偶，他会需要一个不一样的思考逻辑。
He says, you're going to need to be able to do certain things,
然后男人呢，你要可以做一些特别的这些的属于男人做的事。
but your wife is going to be able to need to do certain other things.
那你的妻子呢，你的配偶要可以做一些其他的事。
And in sorting out in Adam the masculine and the feminine, he was choosing two complementary sides.
当他在亚当的里面做这样的一个分隔，一个男性的特质跟女性的特质的时候，其实他在选择的是让这两个人他们所有的东西是有一个互补互惠的功能。
He didn't want to leave Adam incomplete.
他不是要让亚当在一个不完全的状态，一分开就不完全了。
And he wanted to remove from him a part of him that would be a perfect fit.
他要拿走的是这些，当他们合为一的时候，是一个完美的结合。
Someone who would be a helper suitable to his needs.
一个成为他的帮助者，可以来帮助他的需要。
And so he would leave behind some concrete left-brained kind of ways of thinking.
所以他会留下来一些比较偏左脑的思想逻辑在亚当里面。
And you would pull out some intuitive synthesizing ways of thinking.
然后他把一些直觉性的那种感觉的东西呢，拿出来。
He would leave behind the way that we handle emotions that gives us a chance to do some things and not deal with our emotions.
他也会把一些东西，就是处理情绪的时候呢，不要太专注在情绪当中，还可以处理一些其他的事情的这样一个本质留在亚当里面。
And he would pull out those attributes that allowed the emotions to function freely.
然后他会拿出一些特质，是不是可以帮助我们很自然的表露我们情绪的东西拿出来？
He would leave behind concrete thinking.
他会留下来一些非常实务性的一些思考逻辑。
And he would pull out abstract thinking.
会把一些比较抽象性的东西拿走。
And bit by bit, he would sort out the masculine and the feminine.
所以一点一点的，你看到神在他身上就做这个男性的特质跟女性的特质的一个分隔。
And he'd reach in Adam's side.
然后就从亚当的肋骨
And pull out the woman.
拉出了女人出来了。
Only women laughed at that.
只有女人笑而已。
God creates from the one two, but the creation of the two reflect two specific attributes of God's nature in the masculine and the feminine.
当神从那个一体呢，拉出这两个男人跟女人，这两个人写明神男性的特质跟女性的特质。
I want us to really see how intentional God was in doing that.
我要大家能够看见，当神创造男女的时候，他是非常刻意做这个选择的。
And what are the specific attributes of the masculine and feminine that he gave us?
然后我们也要一起来看，到底神给我们的那个男性的特质跟女性的特质是什么。
Because I think as we see that, we're going to understand the importance of the two become one.
因为当我们可以看见这个厘清这个东西的不一样的时候，我们可以看见到当二合而为一的重要性。
And what it really means to be a helper suitable to one another's needs.
然后怎么样能够真正成为彼此的帮助者的那个重要性。
I've heard some research that says this.
我听过一些的研究报告，他这样说的：
Men are brain damaged.
男人是大脑重创。
Once again, it appears only women laughed at that.
我们在看见都只有姐妹笑，男人刚才弟兄们都没有笑这个笑话。
Wow, what a great feminine response.
啊，都是姐妹的回应啊。
And what they mean by brain damaged is this.
他们说的这个大脑受创是什么意思？
In the womb, when a baby becomes male, a certain chemical reaction takes place.
在母腹当中，当这个婴孩成为男孩的男性的时候呢，它里面会有一些的化学分泌物产生。
And when that chemical reaction takes place, it really does affect the masculine mind.
当这个化学分泌物在一个孩子里面产生的时候，这个化学分泌物真的会影响那个孩子的大脑。
And the most basic result of that chemical exchange is this.
那这个化学分泌物带出来的结果是什么？你知道吗？
Men think in one particular way.
男人的思考逻辑就只有单方向，就是一条而已。
They take in information from the world around them and put it into categories.
他把从世界所接收到的资讯呢，就进来的时候就是建档归类。
And their mind works on that one channel to make sense of what they see and hear.
所以他们就只有那一个领受的方式，他们只要归类之后，就只有这样的一个来看世界的方式。
And so as they take in the world around them, they deduct the information they see to know what they know.
所以呢，他们就把所有的资讯呢，就放在他们所归类的那个档案的里面呢，这就是他们所知道的世界了。
And what that means is that we men, we can know something.
所以意思是说，我们男人当我们知道一个东西的时候，
And we know exactly why we know it.
那我们会很清楚知道为什么我知道这个东西。
Because of this, this, and this. That's how I know.
所以我们已经建档归类的时候，因为这个，所以我知道是这个。
Women don't work that way.
女人她的知道很不一样。
Women take in the world on multiple channels all at one time.
女人可以从不同的层次、不同的管道、同时间点接收到很多的讯息。
They see the same thing that the man sees.
他们看见跟男人看见的一样的环境，
But their mind is processing it 6 different ways.
可他们的思想是在6个不同的层次里面开始吸收、消化这些资讯。
Which means they can know something,
意思说，当他们知道一个事情的时候，
But much of the time, they have no idea how they know.
但是大部分时他们没有办法解释他们为什么知道，或者描述他们知道的过程，
Right?
是不是这样子？
How do you know?
你怎么知道？
So here's the frustrating thing.
那令人最沮丧的是什么？
Speaking as a male, at least,
至少我是以一个男人的身份讲，最沮丧的地方是什么？
because women are processing on so many channels but don't know why they know what they know.
因为姐妹们，我们女士们，当她们在同时间接受太多讯息跟来自于不同的管道，然后她们不知道她们从哪里知道她们的知道。
They're often right.
那很多的时候，女人都比较对耶。
Men don't look at her.
我们的弟兄不要转向女人，不要看她。
They're often right and don't even know why they're right.
很多时候他们都是对的，可是根本不知道他们为什么会对。
They just know that they are.
他们就是知道他们是对的。
And because we think the way we think,
那因为我们男人的思考逻辑是照着我们的方式去思想，
and we process on one channel,
我们只用一个管道，就是那个频率、一个频道来接收讯息。
we think we're right too.
我们也觉得我们比较对，
And sometimes we are.
那有的时候我们会对，
And we can tell them why we are right.
那我们还可以解释给他们听，为什么我们是对的。
Which as a marriage counselor, I don't recommend.
那作为一个婚姻咨商师，我会告诉你，在婚姻当中，你最好不要解释为什么你对。
But when male and female come together, they can either be enemies or perfect partners.
所以，当男人跟女人碰在一起的时候，他们要不是做敌人，要不然就是做完美的伴侣。
Because those two ways of thinking are either at odds with each other or support each other.
因为这两种完全不一样的思考模式，要不是彼此抵触，就是彼此帮补。
I've done marriage counseling for 28 years.
我做婚姻咨商辅导已经28年了。
What an education.
我学到太多的事。
Most of what I learned about family, I learned by watching other people do it wrong.
我大部分对家庭的认识都是看着别人怎么做错家庭。
And I've learned over the years that I can actually speak both male and female.
那我就发现，这么多年下来，其实我可以用男人的方式说话，也可以用女人的方式说话。
And in many ways, marriage counseling is just like what we're doing.
很多的时候呢，你知道，在婚姻的咨商辅导，就像是我们在台上现在所做的。
I become a translator
我就是做一个翻译者，
who speaks female to the male and male to the female.
我就把男人语讲给女人听，把女人语讲给男人听。
So I only speak English,
我只会讲英文，
but I'm bilingual.
但是我是双语，
I speak male and female.
我会讲男人英语跟女人英语。
And because of that, I've watched over the years and I've discovered that the woman truly is a helper suitable to our needs, but so are we a helper suitable to her needs.
因为这么多年下来，其实我就真的发现，女人真的是适合帮助男人的伴侣，男人同时间也是适合帮助女人的伴侣。
Just as in the garden, the one became two,
就像在伊甸园里面，这个一个人成为两个人。
and the promise is that two become one.
那神给我们的应许是，这两个个体要因着婚姻合而为一。
As men and women learn to partner together, not just in marriage, but in the church and in the world,
当男人女人学会怎么样彼此相处、彼此同工，不只是在婚姻里面，也是在教会里面弟兄姐妹之间的关系的里面，
we're going to discover that there's freedom in the separateness,
我们会发现，在这个一分二当中会有自由，
but victory in the unity.
可是当一二合而为一的时候呢，就会带来得胜。
But I'd like us to learn to speak a little bit of male and female today,
但是今天我们要花一点时间教导大家怎么样说男人语跟女人语，
or at least to understand what the differences are that matter.
至少可以明白男人语跟女人语的差别在哪里。
If masculine and feminine are both contained in the nature of God,
如果男性特质跟女性特质都包含在神的本质里，
I want us to see where they are in His nature.
那我们要一起能够看见这些男性的本质跟女性的本质特质在神的哪里，
so that we can discover where they are in us,
以至于我们可以发觉这些特质在我们里面的哪一个部 部分，
and learn how to partner together so that the two can become one.
然后怎么样学会彼此帮补，以至于我们可以二人成为一体。
Not just in marriage, but in the culture and especially in the church.
不只是在我们的婚姻当中，更是在我们的社会当中，特别是在教会里面。
Shouldn't we be the ones to demonstrate God's ideal?
我们不是要显明给世界看神的理想，男女之间的关系应该是怎么样的吗？
Then let's look at God's nature for a minute.
所以我们先花点时间来看神的属性、神的特质。
When God talks about himself, he has all kinds of ways to describe himself.
当神讲到他自己的时候呢，他用不同的方式来表达。
When God thinks big picture, that's a big picture.
当神看那个大图像的时候，是真的很大的图像哦。
And in the big picture, God says this about himself: I'm the Alpha and the Omega.
当神在讲到大图像的时候，他说我是阿拉法，我也是 Omega。
I'm the beginning and the end.
我是起初，我也是最后的末了。
Now, wait a minute. Isn't God eternal?
我们说神难道不是永恒的神吗？
So how can there be a beginning and an end?
那怎么会神会有开始，然后有结束呢？
See, I think as people who are born and die, we misunderstand the Alpha and the Omega.
你知道，当我们作为活在时间限制，我们有出生有死亡的人，我们会误解了这个阿拉法 Omega 的意思是什么。
The Alpha isn't God's birthday, and the Omega isn't God's day of death.
阿拉法不是神出生的那一天 ，Omega 也不是神死去的那一天。
The Alpha is an aspect of God's nature that says everything that starts from him.
阿拉法讲到的是在神的属性的里面，所有东西都有它的开始的源头，那些东西的开始的源头都是从神开始的。
He is the beginning of all things.
它是所有万物的开始的源头。
John chapter 1 says it this way.
约翰福音第1章这样告诉我们说。
Everything came into existence through him, and there's nothing that exists that didn't come from him.
万物都是借着他造的，没有任何的人事物不是透过他所造成的。
The aspect of God's character, which is Alpha, means he starts everything that is.
换句话说，这个阿拉法的讲到它的属性，这个阿拉法的属性讲到它所有万物都是从它开始的。
He thinks of it, and then he does it, and what comes out of him is everything that exists. That's the Alpha.
他想到了，然后他就使他成就所有这些东西实现，是因着他的缘故。
Even the name Father means the origin.
甚至当我们讲到父亲，它的原文的意思是什么？是来源。
And it's why God identifies himself as Father, because he's the origin of all things.
所以为什么神说他自己是父亲？因为父亲是所有万物的来源。
That's the Alpha.
这就是阿拉法的部分。
What about the Omega? Because certainly God doesn't end.
那 Omega 的部分呢？因为神没有它的终结啊。
Listen, the Omega is not the end of God either.
你要知道 Omega 也不是神的结束。
This is the part of him that brings everything to completion.
这个 Omega 讲到它的属性的里面，是它把万物都带到它完全的一个实现，一个完全一个成全的里面。
This is the part of him that takes what he started.
就是这个部分讲到是他开始的工作，
And then takes it and grows it to become all that it possibly can be.
然后带着他到最后，他成就这个工作。
This is the part of him that takes a seed and makes it into a tree.
所以这个部分讲到是他怎么样把一个种子，最后带成一棵大树，
That takes an infant and turns it into a grown man.
把一个婴孩带他成为一个成人。
It's the part of him that takes an immature body and grows it into a mature body.
他们怎么样带了一个不成熟的肢体，后来变成一个成熟的肢体？
And it's the part of him that establishes us in the maturity and fullness of the person of Christ in us.
也是透过这个属性，把我们从不成熟的基督的身体带我们成为基督的身体，万有所充满的身体。
He's the author of our faith,
他是我们信创始成终的。
which is the Alpha,
那这个创始的部分就是阿拉法了。
but he's the finisher of our faith.
他同时也是使我们的信心成终，意思讲到就是使我们信心完全的那一位。
Which doesn't mean he ends it.
不代表在成终的时候，意思说我们的信心就结束了。
It means he brings it into fullness.
代表他把我们的信心带到他完全的状况。
This is the masculine.
那这个部分就是男性了，
This is the feminine.
这个部分就是女性呢。
Leanne Payne, the famous counselor and speaker,
Leon Payne 他是一个非常有名的一个心理的諮商辅导师。
Describes the primary attribute of the masculine as initiative.
他讲到一个男性最主要的特质呢，就是开创、开始事情。
The author or the alpha.
我们可以说他是那阿拉法的那个特质，或者是创始的特质。
Now, when she describes the feminine, she uses a specific word, and what she says is, she says the feminine receives.
那当他讲到女性的特质的时候，他用一个特别的字来描述。他说，女性呢，她是领受。
You've got the masculine that initiates and the feminine that receives.
所以你有男性呢，他是开创、开始；女性呢，她是领受。
I don't know if I like the word receive.
我不知道我喜不喜欢这个字“领受”来描述啊。
So let's expand that a little bit.
所以我们把这个领受稍微来解释一下。
Because receive could simply be this.
因为领受如果单纯从这个字面上来看的话，
Can I have your microphone?
我可不可以有你的麦克风？
I win again.
他又赢了。
I just received the microphone.
我从他那里拿到了麦克风。
But that's not what we mean by receive in the feminine.
所以当我们讲到女性特质的那个领受的时候，不是讲到这个意思。
Have you ever been to someone's home and they're fantastic at hospitality?
你有没有去过一个人的家里面去拜访他们，然后他们的款待的太棒了？
They open the door and they welcome you in.
从他们开门的那一刻，欢迎你进到他家里面的那一刻，
And the house smells like your favorite meal.
然后那个房子屋子里面的那个气味真的是香啊！
They take your coat and make you comfortable.
然后把你的外套脱下来，然后帮你挂好，让你感觉到很舒适。
It's kind of like when you guys take us back there.
就好像我们的招待同工接待我们在后面的那个讲员休息室一样。
It's fantastic. They open the door and it smells wonderful.
他们帮我们开门，我们走进去的时候，里面的味道都很香。
Huge smiles and everyone's like, welcome.
那些接待的同工都是带着微笑说：“欢迎你们，欢迎你们。”
And they make a place where we can come in there and just be ourselves.
他们就为我们预备了那个地方，我们去到那个地方就觉得，哎呀，可以做自己，很舒服。
That's receive.
这个领受，或者是可以用另外更好的字来接待。
The masculine initiates, the feminine receives.
所以男性的特质是什么？是开创、开始；女性的特质是什么？是领受，或者是我们讲接待。
I want to add a different word instead of receive.
所以我要用另外一个字，不要用领受。
I really prefer the word nurture.
我想要用那种喂养，是不是？滋养，不是瘙痒，滋养，滋养。
Notice he got that from a woman.
所以我是从女人拿到那个字的哈，因为我男性很少有这个字出现啊。滋养啊。
Nurture.
滋养，
Zia.
滋养。
Zia.
It's a hard word for men to
It's a
say.
hard word. I'll stick with nurture. It's more like this, seed and soil.
那比较像是什么一个分别？如果我们可以这样分别的话，就比较像是一开始这个男性是种子啊，这是什么？土壤
Initiative and Zia.
啊，所以那个这是开创跟什么？跟滋养。
This is the masculine, this is the feminine.
这个是男性的特质，这是女性的特质。
God starts everything that exists
神开始所有你看得见的东西都是神开始的。
and stands over here and makes a place for it through him to come to its fullness, its maturity, and its greatest possibility.
然后他站在这边呢，他就预备了一个氛围、一个环境，让所有开始的东西呢，都可以长大成熟，成为他所有创造的那个潜能。
He doesn't just bring you into the world.
他不只是把你带到这个世界里，
He makes a place for you to come and grow and mature and become yourself.
他为你预备了一个地方，让你可以在这个地方里面，在这个环境里面长大成熟，做你自己。
He doesn't just bring you into the kingdom.
他不只是带你进到神的国度里，
He makes a place where you can become who you were created and redeemed to be.
他为你预备一个地方，是你可以成为长大成熟，成为神所创造的你。
You enter in by his spirit,
你借着神的灵进到神的国里，
and you're nurtured into fullness and maturity by his spirit.
你也是借着他的灵被滋养、长大成熟，成为神创造你的样式。
He's the beginning and the end.
他是起初也是末了。
There are several reasons why this matters a great deal.
那为什么刚才讲这个东西其实很重要？
I want us to talk about here we are, we're in church together, right?
所以现在我们都在教会里面嘛，对不对？
Let's talk about a parable that Jesus shared.
我们来分享一个耶稣所讲到一个比喻。
He says, the kingdom of heaven is like a certain man who goes along the path throwing seeds.
讲的是撒种的比喻。他说有一个农夫去撒种。
And some people will call this the parable of the sower.
那有人称这个比喻叫做撒种的比喻，
Because he's sowing seeds as he goes.
因为他就去撒种。
And the parable goes like this. Some of the seed falls here, some of it falls here, some of it falls here, and this seed grows like this seed grows like this,
我们
and
知道
this
撒种
seed
比喻
grows
讲
like
到那
this.
个种子撒在4种不同样的环境当中，不同样的环境里面呢，种子长大发芽的光景，结果都不一样。
Why does this seed not grow at all, and this seed grows to 100 times what it was before?
为什么这个撒在这边的种子它完全不会成长？为什么这个种子会长到100倍？
It's not because of the man who threw the seed.
跟撒种的人没有关系，对不对？
It's 3 different kinds of soil.
是3种不一样的土壤。
It's probably more accurate to call that the parable of the soils.
其实应该不要叫它是撒种的比喻，应该叫做不同土壤的比喻。
And in this parable, we see both the masculine and the feminine.
在这个比喻里面，我们也看见到男性的特质跟女性的特质。
We see the masculine in the man who throws the seeds.
我们看到男性的特质就是撒种，
He's initiating,
他开始开创，
and he's bringing life to the places that he puts the seed.
他到任何的地方、任何的环境，就把那个生命种下去。
But the life that he brings depends on the soil that it falls on to become complete.
他所撒的那个生命啊，需要依赖他所撒的环境，才能够把那个生命真的孕育出来。
In the first one, the soil is so dry and hard that the seeds die before they even germinate.
那第一个撒的环境里面的那个土壤硬又干到一个地步，它根本没有办法发芽就死了。
In the last one, we see the most beautiful picture of the feminine.
在最后一个撒的土壤里面呢，我们看到是最美的一个女性的特质。
Because it's soil that welcomes the seed and makes a place for it to become fully itself.
那个土壤呢是非常欢迎这个种子被撒在那个地方，然后为它孕育一个最好长大成熟的一个环境。
The seed without the soil is dead.
这个种子没有土壤的话是死的，
The soil without the seed is just empty.
这个土壤没有种子的话，它就是只是土壤而已，没有办法种东西的。
The masculine and the feminine are the perfect partnership
所以这个男性的特质跟女性的特质是最完美的一个结合，
for life to come into existence and grow to its fullness.
让生命可以诞生出来，也可以长大成熟，进入到它的潜能里面。
If I were the devil, and I'm not,
如果我是魔鬼，当然我不是啦，
y'all don't think I am, do you?
不觉得我是个魔鬼，对不对？
All I would have to do is keep the men and women at odds with each other,
我唯一需要做的就是男人跟女人对立，
and the church would never be able to grow.
教会就不会成长。
If the men were the strongest part of the leadership,
如果男人才是领袖，
we would start a lot of things, but they would never grow to their completion and their fullness.
那我们就会开始很多的东西，可是呢，我们不会看见这些东西完成。
If the female were the strongest part of the leadership,
如果姐妹是教会的主要的领袖，
there might be strong relationship, but not much life.
可能有很好的一个关系，可是没有真正的生命。
The masculine and the feminine must work together
这个男性的特质跟女性特质必须要合一，一起同工，
to both initiate and nurture,
才可以同时开创跟滋养，
to alpha and omega,
能够让阿拉法的工作跟 Omega 的工作都成就，
to bring the family of God to its fullness and maturity.
让神的家庭可以长大成熟，进入到长成的身量。
Years ago, I was called into a church to help them solve a problem.
几年前有一个教会邀请我去帮助他们解决教会的问题，
They told me that the females who worked there were rebellious and were not very cooperative.
他告诉我说，他们教会的姐妹的同工非常的悖逆，也很不愿意跟牧长合作。
Do you want to know who made that phone call to me?
你知道是谁打电话告诉我这个问题的吗？
It was not the females.
绝对不是女同工，对不对？
So I meet with the male leadership, and they begin to tell me that the females on staff just won't cooperate, and they're starting to get argumentative.
然后呢，那个主要的那些男性的同工领袖们呢，他们就开始跟我分享说，他们当中的那个那些的女同工们开始就不合作，然后开始会争论。
Now remember, I'm a marriage counselor.
你要知道，我是一个婚姻的咨商辅导员。
And I ask questions because that's how you learn things.
那我就常常会问问题，因为问问题是才会帮助你找到问题的症结在哪里。
So I met with the female staff.
所以我就跟那些女同工们坐下来。
And they had a very different perspective.
那这些女同工们，她们的看法就很不一样。
They said the men won't talk to us.
他说这些男领袖们都不跟我们说话。
They'll bring us things.
他们可能会给我们东西。
But they don't talk to us.
可是他们都不跟我们交谈。
There's no relationship, just assignments.
我们没有任何的关系，只有事工。
It's almost like they're afraid of us.
好像这些男人很怕我们。
They keep their distance.
他跟我们都有一个很远的距离感。
So we don't even know what they want.
我们也不知道他们真的要什么。
We just know the tasks that they assign us.
我们只知道他们所分配给我们的工作。
I went back over to the male leaders.
我就去到那些男领袖们当中。
And I translated to them.
然后我就翻译了这些女人话给他们听。
And they said,
然后他们说
5 years ago, the senior pastor had an affair with his secretary.
他说5年前呢，主任牧师跟他的女秘书搞婚外情。
So we've just decided we won't have any friendships at all with the women we work with.
所以我们后来决定了，我们跟所有的女同工保持距离，不相来往。
That's what the left brain does with that kind of instruction.
你知道，那个用左脑思想，它的结论就一定会是这样的一个结论。
If this is the problem, just do away with it.
如果这是问题，就把问题切割。
Here's what I would say.
那我会用什么方式来表达呢？
The opposite of unhealthy relationships isn't no relationships.
那一个不健康的关系的答案，绝对不是不要跟异性有任何的关联。
The opposite of unhealthy relationships is healthy relationships.
不健康的异性互动的答案是什么？是健康的异性互动。
Both sides had begun to operate out of fear.
因为完全不跟异性互动，他的动机也是恐惧。
And perfect fear will cast out love every time.
因为完全的恐惧永远会把爱除去。
We needed to teach them that they didn't need to be afraid of each other.
我们需要教导他们，你不需要害怕异性，害怕这些女同工。
Not only did they not need to be afraid of each other, but they needed each other.
他们不只是不要害怕这些异性的同工，他们是彼此需要的。
So in this same church,
所以在同样的教会里，
they were building a building.
他们当时在建堂。
And the men had sat down and gotten a blueprint done for the new building.
所以这些男士领袖们，他们就坐下来，把整个建筑物的蓝图都画好了。
They were so pleased with their blueprint.
他们很喜欢这个整个的建筑的蓝图。
And they laid it on the table.
他们就放在桌子上面。
And they would point out this beautiful building they were going to build.
他们来看这个很棒的一个建筑物，我们要盖的。
Then bit by bit, the women would come look at the blueprint.
然后这些的姐妹同工们会进来看着这个建筑物的一个蓝图啊。
Go, how come there's only one women's bathroom?
这为什么女生厕所只有一间呢？
And it's the same size as the men's.
为什么女生厕所的大小跟男生的一模一样？
Don't you know the women's bathroom needs to be bigger?
你不知道女生的厕所应该更大？
And you put like a kitchen, but there's nowhere to eat.
你有一个厨房，可是没有吃饭的地方哎。
And where will people sit down to talk to each other?
那些年长的，他们都喜欢坐下来一起彼此交谈啊。
See, they'd built a building that could get things done, but didn't foster relationship.
他们男士们设计的建筑物是可以做工，就是可以完成工作的建筑物，却不会孕育关系的建筑物。
They had plenty of initiative.
他们有很多事工的开展，可以在那个建筑物里面发生。
But didn't think like nurture.
可是他们的思考逻辑完全没有任何的滋养在中间。
The men and women are helpers suitable to each other's needs.
你要知道，男人跟女人是彼此神所为对方预备的帮助者。
As we come to understand this masculine and feminine, the initiative and nurture,
当我们开始明白这个男性的特质跟女性的特质，这个开创跟滋养，
we realize it's not just men who need the woman's help,
我们明白一件事，不是只有男人需要女人的帮助，
but women who need the men's help.
女人也需要男人的帮助。
The two are designed to become one.
这两个个体，神的设计是让他们合而为一。
And I've watched in multiple situations the enemy tries to divide the two.
我看见在不同的状况当中，仇敌怎么样要让这一个性别的差异呢分割，让他们隔离。
Whether in a given home,
不管是在家里面，
in the church,
或者在教会的层次，
or now these days in our culture,
现在在我们的社会，在我们的文化里面，这是更严重的。
when masculine is being distorted into all kinds of things,
让男性的特质现在被扭曲，成为很多很不一样的东西。
and feminine is being distorted into all kinds of
然后
things.
女性的特质也被扭曲，成为现在很多很多不一样的东西。
Because so far what we've talked about is the true masculine and the true feminine.
因为我们现在讲的是那个真正的男性特质跟真正的女性特质，
God's design for the two.
是神为这两个所预备、所设计的。
But there are all kinds of distortions of the masculine and distortions of the feminine.
但是我们知道，有很多男性特质的走那一种偏差版，或者是女性特质的一些的偏差版。
And if the masculine and the feminine working together take a seed and grow it to its fullness,
如果这个男性的特质跟女性特质可以一起同工、一起合作，让这个种子可以在这个土壤里面长大成熟，
the distortions of the two working together produce more and more distortion with every generation.
可是这个扭曲的这个男性的特质跟扭曲的女性特质，他们一起来孕育的话，就会孕育出更多的扭曲的特质的树出来。
Like I said moments ago, shouldn't it be our place to rediscover God's design for man, woman, and unity?
我刚才有提到的，就是难道不是在教会里面，应该我们找到神创造男人跟女人进到的合一的关系里面所带出来的那一个结果吗？
I want to talk about false masculine and false feminine for a couple minutes.
所以接下来我要花一点时间讲到那个假的男性特质跟假的女性特质。
But I want to put it in the context of parenting for a moment.
但是我要用父母养育孩子的这一个逻辑来谈这个东西哦。
You see, nowhere do we see the expression of true masculine and true feminine more clearly than in how we raise our children.
我们看待父母亲对待孩子的方式，你就可以看见那个真男性特质跟真女性特质的一个共同的一个它的带出来的一个果效。
Last night I talked about how the generations transmit iniquities from one generation to the next.
昨天晚上我提到一个观念，就是怎么样罪孽，怎么样世世代代传承下去。
But the same chapter in Exodus that talks about generational transmission of sin also talks about generational transmission of blessing.
那出埃及记里面同一章里面讲到这个罪孽会世世代代的传承下去的，同一章也讲到祝福也会世世代代的传承下去。
And it says the iniquities of the fathers are passed on from the third and fourth generation,
他讲到罪孽会传承到3到4代，
but the blessings are passed down for thousands.
但是祝福是传到1000代。
When the father functions in his true masculine nature and the woman functions in her true feminine,
当父亲他运行在他真实的男性特质里面，当母亲运行他在真实的女性特质里面的时候，
we give children the fullness of their identity and we give them a place to become completely themselves.
我们给予孩子他真正的那个身份感，我们也给他孕育一个环境，使他可以长大成熟，进入到那个身份的声量里。
As a father, it's my place and my privilege to give my children identity.
作为一个父亲，这是我的身份，也是我的这是我的责任，也是我的一个荣幸，给予我孩子他们的身份感。
Not just to give them information about themselves,
不是只是给予他们关于他们自己的资讯，
but to take what's in me and give it to them.
而是把我里面所有的给予他们。
Through the connection between a father and their children,
透过一个父亲跟孩子的心与心的连结关系，
we have the ability to speak life into them.
我们有一个能力可以对孩子的生命说，我们可以对孩子的心释放那个生命的话语。
Think about the young man being raised by the farmer and constantly being criticized and attacked.
可以想象那个空中飞人，他小的时候在农夫的家里面被他的那个父亲不断的批评，不断的论断。
And in that man's fear and anger, the young acrobat constantly questioned who he was.
当在那个农夫里面的不安全感跟他的怒气当中，这个空中飞人从小就一直怀疑到底他是谁啊？
And yet, when he returned to his true father would look him in the eyes and call out of him what he saw in there.
当他回到他真正的空中飞人的父母的身边的时候，他的空中飞人的爸爸就会看着他的眼睛，然后把他里面的那个命定跟身份呼召出来。
And he even said one day, I don't need you to perform. I'm just glad you're in relationship with me.
甚至有一天，他跟他说：“我不需要你为我有好表现，我是光是跟你现在在有这个父子关系里面，我就好开心。”
As the father donates himself to his children,
当父亲把他自己白白的释放给他的孩子，
he gives them life and a sense of existence.
他给予他们那个生命感，给他们一个目的感。
And then the same young man is raised by a woman who's fearful and angry.
那同样的，这个男孩他从小他的母亲那个农夫的妈妈，其实就是一个很容易害怕、很紧张的、很焦虑的妈妈。
She's constantly worried about him climbing on the furniture and swinging on the curtains.
他很怕，他每次往爬高高的时候，在那边荡来荡去，他就很紧张。
Not that I recommend furniture climbing and curtain swinging.
我也没有不建议孩子爬高高了，那是有点危险。
But I do recommend making a place for your children to become themselves.
但是我建议你作为父母亲，要为孩子孕育一个环境，是他可以做自己。
And as the mother takes that young man and makes a place for him to become himself,
当那个母亲为他预备了一个地方，让他可以做，当他空中飞人的母亲为他预备一个环境，他可以做自己的时候，
and she makes him feel that he can be exactly who he is in that home,
在那个环境当中，他让这个孩子很舒适的可以做他自己。
she takes what the father planted and brings it to the fullness of maturity.
他让那个父亲所撒种的，让他可以孕育、长大、成熟。
But in the farmer and his wife, we see the false masculine and the false feminine.
可是，在这个农夫的爸爸跟妈妈身上，你看到了一个假男性的特质，跟一个假女性的特质。
When men and women understand how to parent their children, they give them life and they give them nurture.
当父母知道怎么样养育正确的养育，透过男性特质跟女性特质去养育他的孩子的时候，他给予他们孩子生命跟那个目的，然后也孕育出他们的生命出来。
And the masculine, which is designed to initiate and begin things,
那个我们刚刚讲到男性的特质是要开创、开始事情的，
to build buildings and to create things and to bring things into existence.
就是不管是建造任何的东西，开创那个的东西，把没有的东西带出来的。
When that gets distorted, all the man knows to do is to control and dominate.
那当这个部分，当这个特质被扭曲的时候，唯一男人知道的就是他就是要怎么样，他就会开始掌控。
To use the strength of his initiative instead to control and keep people in fear.
把原本是开创的能力，现在是用恐惧来掌控、压制别人。
When we as men don't know how to give life and give identity to people, all we know to do is control behavior.
当男人不知道怎么样用我们正确男性的特质给予生命，给予那个目的的时候呢，给予身份的时候呢，我们唯一就会使用这样的一个能力去管辖别人的行为。
And when fathers function in the false masculine, children grow up afraid to be themselves.
当父亲错误的使用这个男性特质的时候，在这样环境里面长大的孩子，他们会很害怕做他们自己。
But what about the false feminine?
那个假的一个女性特质是什么呢？
The woman who's designed to invite their child to grow into their full self.
本来那个女性的特质是要邀请孩子在这样的一个环境，为他们预备一个环境，是他们可以长大成熟，进到他们的身量里面。
In the false feminine, she begins to make it about her own needs.
在假的一个女性特质当中呢，她把所有的焦点都关乎在她自己的需要上面。
And can create dependency.
她可以不小心的营造出一个依附的关系，
Or even use her emotions for manipulation.
甚至使用她的情感情绪来操弄她的孩子。
I really like that microphone.
我真的好喜欢你的麦克风哦。
I really don't want you to leave me.
我真的不要你离开家里，不要搬出去好吗？
And in our homes, if we don't learn how to both initiate and nurture,
如果在我们的家里面，我们不知道怎么样能够帮助孩子，不知道怎么样开创，不知道怎么样滋养，
We grow a generation after a generation that don't learn who they are and how to become themselves.
我们就孕育出世世代代的孩子们，是不知道他们身份是谁，也没有办法成为神所创造他们的身份。
And we in relationship to each other in the body of Christ don't learn those things.
当我们在教会的肢体当中，我们没有学会开创跟滋养的同时，
We become critical of the masculine and critical of the feminine.
我们就开始论断那些男性的特质，我们开始论断那些女性的特质。
And all we know to do then is to fill the void with the false masculine and the false feminine.
我们取代的这个真正男性特质、女性特质，就是这些假的男性特质跟假的女性特质。
And like the church I described, there becomes a gap between the men and the women.
就像我刚才所描述的教会，那个男性跟女性当中的那个鸿沟就越来越深。
And we lose the victory of the two become one.
我们就失去了当两个合而为一所可以得到的得胜。
Initiative and nurture.
开创跟滋养，
It's such a brilliant plan.
这是神非常完美的计划，不是吗？
My parents didn't really know those things.
我自己的父母亲其实不知道这些观念，
I don't know about yours.
我不知道你的父母亲是不是这样子。
Odds are against it
一般来说，父母亲大概都不知道这些东西，
because we're several generations past Genesis 3.
因为我们离创世纪第3章已经有很远了。
And for the most part, each generation has passed on their iniquity and their fear.
所以我们看到的是很多的世代传承下来的东西，什么是父母亲的恐惧跟他们的罪孽，
The spiritual war against the woman
而那个对女人的那个属灵征战啊，
and man's fear to initiate
然后对男人开创的那一种害怕，
continues to cripple us.
一直让我们在一种瘫痪的状态里面。
So I was raised in a family with an absent father.
所以我是在一个无父的一个环境成长，原生家庭里面长大。
And a mother who nurtured herself instead of her kids.
然后我的母亲是比较看重滋养她自己，而胜过滋养她的孩子。
What are we to do?
那在这样一个不健全的家庭当中，我们可以做什么？
I have an idea.
我有一个想法。
Psalm 68 tells us something very, very important.
诗篇68篇告诉我们一个很重要的一个观念。
The psalmist tells us that God is the defender of the widows.
圣经诗篇68篇讲到他是寡妇的伸冤者，
And he's the father to the fatherless.
他是孤儿的父。
See, the new birth that we find in Christ isn't just about getting to heaven someday.
你要知道，我们在基督耶稣里所拥有的重生，不是只是讲到有一天我们可以进天堂，
It's about starting anew with the Alpha and the Omega.
是我们可以跟这位创始成终阿拉法欧米伽的天父相交。
It's about having the chance again to receive initiative from God and nurture from His Spirit.
就是我们可以重新的一个开始，从神那里领受他的创始，也从神那边领受他的成终，从神那边领受开创，从神那边领受滋润。
And then for those who are willing to receive and grow in that, to give that to others.
那愿意在这样的一个氛围当中成长的基督徒，你也可以孕育出这样的环境，把这个环境给予周遭的人。
There's a reason why Paul would say we have a lot of teachers, but we don't have many fathers.
保罗甚至告诉我们说，我们有很多的教师，但是为父的没有很多。
See, a teacher can give you information.
教师可以给你很多的资讯，
A father can give you himself.
但是父亲会把他自己给你。
Listen to what Paul tells the church in Thessalonica.
我们来听听保罗对帖撒罗尼迦教会怎么说。
In 1 Thessalonians chapter 2,
在帖撒罗尼迦前书第2章。
Paul describes his work among that church.
保罗就描述他自己在他们当中的工作。
And he tells them that he worked among them, he and the disciples worked among them like a mother, a nursing mother, nurturing their children to maturity.
保罗在第2章里面讲到他在他们当中的工作，如同母亲乳养自己孩子一样。
And a few verses later, he says, "And like a father, we were exhorting you to righteousness and telling you, calling you into being who you are."
在第11节，他就说：“我们好像父亲待自己的儿女一样，要呼召你们行事对得起那召你们进他国得他荣耀的神。”
It seems that way back in the Garden of Eden, we lost the ability to pass on mothering and fathering.
好像我们在伊甸园里面所失去的，不只是永生，不只是跟神的关系，我们失去了那个为父的喂养跟为母的喂养。
But I have really good news.
但是我有好消息要告诉你，
We get to start over.
我们可以重新开始。
See, Romans chapter 5 says this.
罗马书第5章这样的告诉我们说。
What we lost in Adam, we regained in Christ, but even more.
我们在亚当所失去的，我们在基督里面又可以重新得着，而且是得的更多。
The trick for us is to not try to give away something we don't have.
但是关键是什么？你不要尝试给予你自己没有的。
So I told you that my parents didn't really have that in them.
所以我刚刚讲过，我的原生家庭的父母，其实在他们里面没有这些的东西。
Neither of them were believers.
他们两个都不是基督徒。
And both of them struggled with their own personal problems.
他们两个也在自己的个人问题当中挣扎。
And so I grew up for 16 years. I was an atheist.
所以我16岁，我有16岁的年日当中，我是一个无神论者。
Didn't believe in God at all.
我完全不相信神的。
And somewhere around my 16th year of life, God came and told me He existed.
当我16岁的时候，神来告诉我他是存在的。
And that He loved me.
然后他爱我。
And He wanted me to come into His family.
然后他邀请我进入他的家庭里。
And He began to introduce me to fathers.
然后他就带我去认识天父。
And mothers.
认识父亲跟母亲。
Who could begin the work in me.
然后他可以工作在我生命里面。
And I began to realize that the thing I had longed for my whole life, which was a father who would just give his heart to me.
然后就发现我一生当中一直在寻找的，就是有一个父亲，他会愿意把他的心给我。
Had done so thousands of years ago and was just waiting for me to accept it.
他已经在几千年前就已经为我成就了，他只是在等候我接受他的心。
Within about a year, I found Psalm 68.
所以我信主1年之后，我就读到诗篇68篇。
And God said, "Bob, I'm a father to the fatherless."
然后神就跟我说 ，Bob， 我是孤儿的父啊。
That place inside of you that's been so empty, I want to be the one to fill it.
在你里面内心深处的那个空洞，我渴望满足那个空缺。
And I looked at families all around me that were falling apart.
我看见我周遭的那些破碎的家庭。
And I said, I want to help them.
我说我想要帮助他们。
And God said, "First, let me help you."
然后神说：“先让我帮助你。”
And year after year after year, He began to fill up the empty places on the inside.
一年下来，很多年下来，他不断的充满在我里面的空缺的里面。
Sometimes by His Spirit.
有的时候借着他的灵充满。
Sometimes by other mature men and women in the church.
有的时候是透过在教会一些成熟的这些的弟兄姐妹的爱滋润。
He began to take my empty heart and fill it.
他让我那个空虚空缺的心，他开始充满。
And at some point he said, "Now go help."
然后到一个地步，他说：“爸，你现在可以去帮助别人了。”
I kind of stumbled out there.
我就去尝试要帮助人。
Made several years worth of mistakes.
我也犯了很多年的错误。
But you know, fathers will allow mistakes to happen.
你要知道，父亲会允许孩子犯错哦。
And they'll use them as an opportunity to grow and mature you.
他会使用这些的错误成为一个让你生命成长的机会。
And over the years, as I learned as a counselor and as a pastor how to help people,
这几年下来，当我不管是透过諮商輔導師的一個身份，或者是透過牧師的身份幫助人，
one of the most important things he said is never help them without connecting to them.
他告訴我的一個很重要的觀念，就是當你在幫助他之前，你一定要跟他們有一個新的連結。
Because Paul tells the Thessalonian church, not only did he work as a mother nurturing among them,
因為神透過保羅講到，在帖撒羅尼迦裏面講到，他在帖撒羅尼迦教會不只像母親一樣乳養他們。
he says, "We gave you not only the gospel, we gave you ourselves."
他說：“我們不只是把福音傳給你們，我們把我們自己也給了你們。”
This time last year, I launched a brand new book.
去年的这个时候，我写了一本我就出版了一本新的书。
which I've given to a couple of you while I've been here.
这次来的时候，我也送给我们当中一些的人。
But the reason I tell you that is because we did a book launch party.
那我跟大家分享的是，因为我们有一个新书出版的一个 party。
A bunch of my friends got together.
很多我的朋友他们都来。
And my family.
还有我的家人。
And Alan, my friend who's here with me this week.
还有这个 Alan 牧师他也来。
And Alan kind of functioned as the master of ceremonies.
那 Alan 就是那一天的，可以说是他是主持人。
We came to the end of the evening, and Alan asked everyone to gather around me and pray for me.
然后在那一天最后快要结束的时候，Alan 牧师就邀请这些人，然后围在我周围，然后为我祷告。
And he asked my youngest son to pray.
然后他就请我最小的儿子为我祷告。
A moment I'll never forget.
他祷告的那一刻是我永远不会忘记的。
My youngest son.
我的小儿子。
Very good-looking kid.
很帅。
Reaches through the crowd and puts his hand on my back.
他就把手伸出来，按在我的背上。
And through a choked-up voice, he begins to pray for me.
然后就是哽咽的声音，他开始为我祷告。
And he said words I'll never forget.
他所说的祷告，我永远不会忘记。
He said, "We're so lucky to have had this man as a father."
他说：“我们何等的荣幸，可以有这个人做我们的爸爸。”
Because only 4 of us get to be his children.
因为全世界只有4个我们可以做他的孩子。
But all of our lives, we've watched him father hundreds of people.
但是我们一生看到他对上百个人有为父的心。
We have many teachers.
我们有很多的老师、教师。
But a father gives life and identity.
但是一个为父的会把生命跟身份给予他的儿女。
And a mother makes a place for that identity to come into its fullness.
然后母亲会让那个身份跟让那个身份可以孕育出来。
I think that we're looking at a point in church history.
我觉得我们在教会历史当中的一个关键时刻。
Where it's going to be important for us to step into our masculinity.
很重要的是，我们要走进到真的男性特质里。
Not in some false way where we dominate and control.
不是在一个假的男性的特质，是我们用我们的权势去压抑、去掌控别人。
But in the way Paul says, where even in our masculinity, we can still nurture like a nursing mother.
保罗说，在我们的男性特质当中，我们仍然可以像母亲一样乳养。
But not only do we men need to step into that kind of masculinity.
不只是我们的男人需要走进到这样的一个男性的特质里。
We also need to make a place for women to step into their place as women.
我们也要允许女人可以进入到她们真正的女性特质当中。
Let me just say one quick thing.
让我讲一个东西，很快的提一下。
I know that Peter describes that the man is the stronger and the woman is the weaker vessel.
我知道在彼得前书里面讲到说，好像男人是比较强的器皿，然后女人是比较软弱的。他用软弱这个字来形容。
I think sometimes we misunderstand that.
有的时候我们对这个经文其实有一个误会。
He didn't say women are weaker beings.
他没有说女人是比男人软弱。
He said they're weaker vessels.
他说他们是器皿，比较容易、比较易碎的那种器皿，你懂吗
Alan was telling me a story the other day at dinner.
Alan 有一天我们在晚餐的时候，他就跟我讲一个故事。
There's a woman in his church who does CrossFit. Do you know what CrossFit is?
你知道在他教会有一个姐妹她做那一种运动是那种 CrossFit， 那个中文是什么？不是举重她是那种在一个短时间内你要做几次，然后就换另外一个运动，再换另外一个东西，一直换。
She works out.
就是她很爱运动。
Alan does not work out.
Alan 牧师不运动。
And he tells the story of sitting in a room with the 2 of them together.
他就分享有一次他们2个坐在，他们就在同一个地方。
Talking about her workout routine.
然后那个姐妹就分享她怎么样每天健身，怎么样锻炼身体。
And Alan says,
然后 Alan 说
"Let's arm wrestle."
我们来就吧。
Who do you think won?
你觉得谁赢了
Alan.
Alan 赢了。
Being a weaker vessel simply means there's something about the physical stature of the average male that's physically stronger than the female.
那个软弱讲到的是说，这个器皿，就是说男人他一般来说是比女人在身体上面的力量是更有力量的。
But think for a moment, if the masculine strength is initiative and the female strength is nurture, which one of those is stronger?
那你如果想象我们刚才所讲的，男性的特质是开创，女性的特质是滋养，哪一个特质比较需要力气啊？
I've been told not to say this anymore.
人家告诉我不要再这样讲，用这样的方式表达。
But when it comes to creating children,
但是我们要说，在创造孩子的这个事情上面，
the man's part is just a few minutes.
男人所扮演的部分呢，几分钟而已。
The woman's part is 9 months.
女人是至少9个月。
And many very painful hours.
然后生产的惨痛是很多小时的。
Which one is stronger?
那我要问大家一个问题：谁比较强壮？
Let me give you one more illustration of it.
再给你一个例子。
Who carried the weight of watching her son die on the cross?
是谁承担看见他儿子死在石架上的这样一个那个重担？
The heart of Mary watched her son die and didn't turn away.
你要知道，玛利亚看着她的儿子死在石架上，她的眼目没有离开过她的儿子。
Where were the disciples?
门徒们那些男的门徒们跑去哪里了？
I would submit to you that initiative done right is a phenomenal strength.
我要说，那一个开创，如果用正确的方式，可以带出很大的力量。
But it needs to be balanced by an equal and just as strong attribute of nurture.
但是需要用同样有力量的滋养来撑住它。
Women, your bodies might be weaker.
姐妹们，你的身体可能比较弱一点点，
But your hearts are no less strong than the man's.
但是你的心智跟男士是一样刚强的。
When we meet each other in that,
当我们在这样的一个地方可以相遇的时候，
we give strength to the next generation.
我们给下一个世代非常强壮的一个世代。
Here's where I'd like to land.
我要用这个来结束啊！
I got to get Miranda up here one more time.
我要让 Miranda 来到台上，怡君。
Because if we're going to talk about masculine and feminine, you might notice that Jonathan and I only have one of those attributes.
因为我们要讲男性特质跟女性特质的话，你会发现我跟翻译呢，都是只有一种特质。
Neither of us are particularly feminine.
我们两个都没有很，我差点要讲娘，对不对？我对，就是娘啊。
Have no idea what he said. So I've asked Miranda to come up and be a woman.
所以我请怡君老师来到台上呢，就做一个女人。
But I've also asked her to pick somebody who she's already picked.
那我也请她找另外一个她之前找的人，已经。
And is this James? Is that right?
这是我们的建州
James,
同
I'd
工。
like you to take your place right here.
好，建州就站在这边。
And what I want us to do is I want us to practice initiative and nurture.
我要我们操练什么？操练开创跟滋养。
What I want to do is I want us to give James what we have to give him.
所以我们要操练给予建州我们可以给予他的。
I've given Miranda just a little bit of instruction.
我刚才已经交代过 Miranda 接下来要怎么做。
And because I'm going to be the author and she's going to be the finisher, I'll go first.
那因为我是创始的，他是成终的，所以我会先开始。
But I want to put into action the thing that we've talked about initiative and nurture.
因为我们刚才讲到这个开创跟滋养，所以我要用行动来示范给大家看。
And we're going to parent you a little bit.
我们现在要做你的爸妈一下啊。
Is that okay?
我们做你爸妈可以吗？
Hey, James.
哎，建州您好，
I'm Bob.
我是 Bob。
It's very good to meet you. Oh, yeah. One of the things that sometimes we do when we teach on mothering and fathering is we hug.
常常我们在教导父亲跟母亲的角色的时候，有时候我们会抱。
And one of the things I teach our people who do that is never to let go first.
那我教导我们那些做要服侍的弟兄姐妹啊，就是你抱对方的时候，不要第一个先放手，让对方先放，你永远不要先放。
So you nervous?
你会不会紧张？
So I'll just tell you, I'll do all the work. You don't have to do anything.
我告诉你，我做，你什么都不用做，你在这边听就可以了。
So you're nervous because there's a bunch of people out there?
你很紧张，是因为很多人在看，对不对？
Is that why you're nervous?
是不是？
Is that why you're nervous?
是吗？
I'll stand over here then. You don't have to see them.
我在那边，我帮你挡住了，他们你看不到他们。
Or maybe if I stand here, you won't know they're there. How's that?
我这样的话，你就根本就不知道他们在存在啊。
But either way, as the father, I want to protect you from that.
那不管怎么样，作为一个父亲，我要保护你，让你不受到这些外在的一个影响。
You let me do this.
所以你让我做好不好？
Okay? So I don't know you at all.
我完全不认识你，
So I'm just asking the Lord some questions about you.
所以我就问主一些关于你的问题，
Because I want to give you what he says.
因为我要给你他对你所说的话。
You're braver than you think.
你比你想象的还勇敢哦，
You have nothing to fear
你其实没有任何需要害怕的，
because you have skills that other people don't.
因为你所有的能力跟技巧是别人没有的。
Some of those skills are up here,
很多的这些技巧是在这上，在你的脑子里，
but you have some skills down here that the world needs.
但是你也有一些技巧是在你心里面，是这个世界所需要的。
You know some things other people need to know, but you love in ways people need to be loved.
你知道一些事是人家需要知道的，但是你有一种爱人的方式是人家需要被爱的。
I don't know if you know this or not.
我不知道你知不知道这个东西，
God wanted you here.
是神要你在这里的，
You are wanted.
是神需要你，
You matter.
你很重要。
There are very important things that wouldn't happen if you weren't here.
如果你不在这里的话，有很多的事情是没有办法完成的。
More than things happening,
不只是
there
事
are
情完
ways
成，
that people need to be taken care of that you do like nobody else does.
还有很多人需要被照顾，是只有你可以来照顾到他们的。
You don't have to be afraid to take up space.
你不需要害怕，就是做你自己。
There are people who need you to,
有些人需要你做你自己啊，
and you'll be good at it.
而且你会很会做你自己，
You already are.
因为你已经是了。
There are some things that you desire,
在你里面有一些你的渴望，
and they're not out of reach to you.
你那些渴望其实不是你
There-
遥遥不及的，是你可以得到的，
They're already yours.
是你可以支取的，你已经有了，你知道吗？
You don't have to worry about it.
你不需要再去担心那些东西了。
You're not lacking anything that you need.
你所需用的，你没有一个缺，
And you're stronger than you think you are.
你比你想象的还刚强。
I'm going to pray for you.
我要为你祷告，
You okay if I put a hand on you?
我可以按手在你身上吗？
God, thank you for this man.
神，我为这位弟兄感谢你，
You've put him here for this in this time and place
主你把他放在这个时间点带到世上，
because he's needed here.
因为他是这个世界所需要的，
And you wanted him here.
是你定义要他来到。
I pray that you'd show him the things that you've put inside of him,
我向你祷告，让他可以看见你放在他生命里面的这些宝藏，
and help him to turn those things loose.
让他可以把这些的宝藏释放出来，
Unleash him in this place.
在这个地方你释放他。
And I pray that in the days ahead you would show him exactly who he is.
我也祷告，在未来的日子当中，你让他清楚知道他是谁。
In Jesus' name.
奉主耶稣的名祷告。Amen。
Miranda.
好，我说中文啊。建州我认识你很久很久了。那其实牧师请我挑人的时候，我是想了一下的。 从你刚来教会的刚开始我就认识你，从你什么都不知道的时候，我就带你，我就认识你了。那我觉得这么多年看你这样长大，然后在神的家里面做很多很多的事情，我就是想到牧师要我请一个人上来的时候，我就想到我好想要你可以领受你觉得可能你都要让给别人领受的东西。那所以我刚刚听牧师讲说，其实我很高兴，我想哇，你终于可以知道原来我们的神是这样子想你的，你终于可以知道原来我们的神他的心意是什么。那我也很想要因为我认识你很久了，所以我不是用那个角度跟你说，但是我就是很希望你知道其实我一直都有看见，我们也一直都有看见，在每一个角落里都有你。如果不是你的话，不是因为你里面的美好，或者是神放在你里面的那些东西的话，真的好多事情都不会发生。所以我想让你知道，我们真的很珍惜你，我们真的即使不常有人有机会停下来跟着你看你然后跟你说，可是我想要也带大家跟你说，我们真的很谢谢你，谢谢你在神的家里面这样子摆上跟努力。我希望在这个过程里面，你是觉得被尊荣、被爱的。
Thank you, James.
好，谢谢建州。
I can't see you.
OK， 没戴眼镜看不见大家啊。
I was so confused.
刚才有点困惑。
He's the Alpha and the Omega.
我们的神他是阿拉法，他也是 Omega。
We are the fathers and the mothers.
我们是父亲，也是母亲。
We, with our words and our conduct, can give life.
透过我们的生活，透过我们的生命跟我们的话语，我们可以给释放生命。
And women, with your words and conduct, you can make a place for men and women to grow into their fullness.
男人们，透过我们的生命跟我们的话语，我们可以给予身份。女人们透过我们的生活跟我们的话语，我们可以培育出那个生命。
Let's pray.
我们一起来祷告。
Father, we're deeply grateful.
父神，我们真的非常的开心，非常的感谢你。
And we want in this season ahead to be all that you created us to be.
我们也要在接下来的这些季节，成为你创造我们定义要成为的人。
I pray that in this place you would unleash men to be men.
我祷告在这个地方，你要释放男人成为真男人，
Not the false masculine,
不是那个假的男性特质。
where we control with fear and anger,
我们透过怒气跟恐惧来掌控，
but the true masculine, where we give life and identity.
而是真实的一个男性的特质，是我们给予生命，给予身份。
And I pray at the same time you would unleash the women of this house
我也祷告你释放我们中间所有的姐妹，
to step into the strength of nurture
能够进入到那个滋养的那个能力里面，
and to call the people around them to become all that they're created to be.
然后呼召周遭的人能够成为你定义要他们成为的人。
Would you do in us and through us all you made us for?
就你在我们里面，也借着我们来成就这个身份的工作。
In Jesus' name we pray.
奉主耶稣的名祷告，
Amen.
阿门，
All right.
阿门
Thank。you guys.